Yeah, that's right, babe. That's right, babe. That's right, babe. Yeah, that's right, babe. That's right, babe. That's right, babe.
So if we stand our ground, grants that that he has discretion over may not be coming to Philadelphia. But how much does a soul cost? How much are we willing to stand by our principles? And one good thing about this mayor here, Jim Kenney, so far, before that pressure really is hitting him,
right,
he's standing up, and he's standing up tall.
Right, and I do appreciate that about Mayor Kenney, that he is going to fight against Donald Trump, and he has been very vocal about it, especially when Trump went ahead and passed those anti-Muslim country ban from coming into Philadelphia. He was right there at the airport to rescue those people who were in peril. As us, being Muslim, I don't know how often you talk about it publicly, but you are a Muslim American as well. And being Muslim, how did you feel that threat against your brothers and sisters? Did you feel like you had to do something?
So I watch TV, and a joke and a comedy show is funny until it gets elected president.
Right.
When they have their finger on the nuclear trigger, when they can determine with a stroke of a pen policies that affect millions.
Right.
So I felt a little bit put upon when he just, in a racist way, just identified only Muslims to be banned.
Right.
And it's ridiculous because administratively you can't ban a religion.
Right.
Because if I really want to get in this country and I really want to do this country harm, I will say I'm not Muslim.
Right.
I'm Christian.
Right.
Until I get there, and then it is what it is.
True.
So it's ridiculous and very superficial for him to do that. So what I hope, good people, but what it has had is a negative impact. It has bound good people, Christians, Jews, together to point out what is wrong with his policies.
True.
So it had a reverse effect. It literally pushed good people in the room and said, now, me and you may not get along on everything,
right,
but if we ain't careful,
right, it's going to affect everything.
That's right.
Right.
And so that I'm worried about. What I am for is the new civil rights issue for your generation, which is mass incarceration.
True.
1 out of 3 African American men in jail, probation or parole. The criminal justice industry makes money off of you and I. When the coal mines ended, when the steel plants closed, they opened prisons to make sure at $35,000 a year, they could incorporate their agenda on you and I. The number one business that does prison business, that sells the toothpaste, toothbrushes, is Let's Make a Deal owner, Monty Hall.
Right.
And so he owns that company that sells all of that stuff to us. So I've been working to do justice reform. We have 6,500 inmates on State Road, way too many. When Barack Obama walked in a federal prison and said, too many of us in here, it changed the whole paradigm. So now we're looking, instead of building prisons, to close them.
Right.
To find alternatives to incarceration where we work on whatever it is Pookie has wrong, to try to make him move away from that lifestyle into a lifestyle he can be proud of. True. And so we're working on those kinds of things. And so I got 2 kinds of colleagues. I got one that wants to save souls.
Okay.
And the other one wants to save money. Okay. This kind of alternatives to incarceration deals with both. So if I can put you on house arrest as opposed to paying $130 a day to incarcerate you over $1,000 bail, and the only reason you can't get out is because your people won't give you $100. Does not
because
make sense.
Because they can't give you $100.
Because they can't. And so what we're able to do is say day reporting centers. You come in the morning, we give you coffee and donuts. We work on some community service stuff, clean some lots, take off some graffiti at 12 o'clock, soup and a sandwich, and then work on you. Right. Let's work on whatever it is that you need to heal so that you can be a productive citizen.